Hey yo, this Blizz Automatik. You rocking with Hype City. Go grab my single Energy out right now on all platforms. And also check out Destin to Win out now on all platforms.
Hype City Show, we are in the building. Before we get started, I need everybody to go follow us, hypecityshow.com, on Instagram, Hype City Show, Twitter, Threads, or wherever you do social media at. We are live from Loud House Studios, Mount Holly, New Jersey. I got my man in the building. He's been rocking with me for a minute. Let's give a round of applause for my boy, Blizz Automatik. Let's go. Know what I mean? Shout out to Blizz. What's good with you, bro?
Can't call it.
Same old,
It's
same old.
working.
I see you working. You've been
Yeah,
putting in a lot of work these last couple weeks. I've been seeing you on like a lot of shows.
yeah,
You've been moving around.
yeah.
That's a,
I've been pretty much doing shows since like October. Got
right,
back into it,
right.
and you just been going up ever since.
Okay, okay. You got a lot of new music out.
Yeah, I got a single I dropped in March. It's called Energy.
Okay,
Um, that's out now, all platforms. And I just released a single 2 weeks ago called Destin to Win. And
okay.
that's been on fire lately. A lot of people been the reaction to it is just crazy.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But let's bring them back real quick for the people that don't know you. How did Blizz Automatic get a start?
Um Started just like pretty much a lot of other artists. I started young,
Right.
writing, school, high school. Um I ended up going into the military after high school,
Okay.
doing shows. I dropped a mixtape out there when I was in. Came back, take a nice little break.
Right.
Did little groups and stuff like that, and then I finally started taking it serious in like 2000. Want to say 17, 18.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I really started funding my own stuff and
Right.
putting money towards doing shows, studio time, and all that good stuff. So
Okay. Yeah, you had a smash single back then. You had the goal
the Kyrie,
Kyrie, and then you
Kyrie
had
goals.
goals, yeah,
Yeah,
goals, that was my shit.
yeah,
And Kyrie. You had some bangers, you know what I mean?
yeah. I appreciate it.
Definitely, bro. You know, I was definitely playing them on the show,
Yeah.
supporting. So what got you into music? Like, you was in the military, things like that. You was doing your music, but what got you into music?
It's always something that I like to do. I like to write. I like to write raps. It's always been like a cool thing to mess with words and put them in certain
Right.
ways. And, I just been a fan of the English language since I was young. So
Okay.
when I first got introduced to rap, it's like, wow, I didn't know you could put words
Right.
this way and still get your point across.
Okay. You remember your first rhyme?
No.
Okay. A lot
But
of
I
people.
do remember
Or something you put together
no,
from.
no, no. What I'm saying is I do remember like me first listening to the rap.
Okay.
It was DMX. That was when I started getting like that's what really got me, really hooked me. Before that I was listening to Eminem,
Right.
Wu Tang, but after that, yeah, he kind of blew my mind. No Diddy.
Okay. Now, if nobody heard your music, who would you say that you kind of are similar to? Like if somebody said, "Well, who you similar to," or you just got your own style.
um, I want to say my own style just off the fact that I'm not afraid to try stuff.
Right.
You get me? Because it's like I got a lot of songs and they all sound different, but some of them catch the same pocket.
Right.
So some people with certain songs give a Rick Ross vibe or a AR ad vibe. I've heard other songs it gives like a Styles P type of vibe. Another song like, which is great because
Really is, yeah.
there's some of the guys that as an artist I look up to. They're some of the greater writers of my time.
Right. Now, what's the writing process when you come? You get this music in front of you. You sit down. What's your writing process to put out this music?
So my writing process has always been different. I would like write with no no beat,
Okay.
basically. And I used to have like these mixtape CDs,
Right.
and they would have a shitload of beats on them. It was like DJ Arms.
Okay. Yeah, the DJ Arms joints. I remember
Yeah,
them.
so I would
Had
just
like
run
30
through them.
beats on them shit.
Yeah, I would just run through them with the same rap, try to perfect a certain type of flow, which whatever one that I felt was more appealing, I would just use it.
Run with them.
Yeah,
I used to write the same way, no beat.
yeah.
I don't know.
I just feel like I'm always prepared no matter what. And
Right,
even if I don't,
you can
yeah,
catch whatever you beat fits. You
yeah,
know, you can kind of mold the words around it.
right.
Right. Okay. Now, let's fast forward.
Uh-huh.
You dropped Kyrie Goals. You know, that was off your what album was that? That was the
Kyrie was the first album that was called Thank You.
right.
And the second album was Goals. That was on Bigger Dreams.
Bigger Dreams, one with the blue cover and the
Yeah,
cloud joint. And now we fast forward. We have these. We have Energy,
yeah,
and I heard Energy before.
yeah,
It was like an unreleased joint. You was
yeah,
out here testing it,
yeah.
um, and now you know it's out now everywhere, right?
Right.
Is a video to it?
Uh Shooting it this weekend.
Okay,
Yeah. Matter of fact, we're shooting it. We are shooting a video this Friday. It's not gonna be that one. That one's coming at the end of the month.
right.
So like a week.
And this new single, who's it produced by?
Clint Beastwood.
Clint Beastwood. How'd you guys link? Shout out to Clint Beastwood.
I've
He makes
known
super
I've known
crazy
Clint
beats.
for about 6, 7 years now.
Okay,
So I mean,
it was time.
it's yeah, pretty much. I mean, I've had him on my last album.
Right.
That was Dreams Come True. And he did 2 joints for me on that. That was on BBMG2 and Elephant. That's the joint I got with Del
Del
P.
P. Right.
Yeah, that
Right.
shit was fire. But yeah, it's just one day I woke up and was like, I hit him up and I was like, yeah, I'm on my way. And I think I already had beats from him
Right.
in my catalog, but I heard him again and I was like, oh, okay, this is the sound I was looking for.
Right.
And I was looking for that sound in the first place. So I was like, all right, let me see what happens. Went in the studio, laid like 2 or 3 joints. It just
Here we
kept
go.
going.
Right.
Yeah,
Now you took a little. I thought you took a little hiatus for a minute.
yeah,
You like cooled out. You know for a minute you was rocking. They was coming out. And then you kind of like slowed up a little bit.
yeah.
What was the reason for the slow up a little bit?
Life.
Life,
Yeah,
shit happens.
yeah.
Right. 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 Cause you
So,
know I like I we've been rocking for a minute, so I follow you real heavy.
yeah,
So for a while, I just was like, man, what the fuck? Like, where he go? And
yeah,
then I started seeing it popping again.
yeah. We back in the kitchen.
Back in the kitchen. All right. So when you got the single out, when is the album dropping?
Soon, very soon.
What do you mean soon? Like, can we get a date?
Within the next couple months. I got some tweaking to do.
Is
And
it done?
yeah, I got a whole file sitting there. It's like
So what's some features off of it?
I can't give you the whole
Oh,
thing.
man, you gotta at least give me one or
King, all
two.
right, King Shinobi, Del P, um, Porter Rich,
Okay. You wanna got some
uh,
heavyweights. Shout out to Del P, Porter Rich, and King Shinobi.
and Dre Artist.
Okay, yeah, Dre
Yeah,
Artist, super fire,
fire.
super fire.
Yeah,
Okay, so what's this tape? If we could hear the tape now, like we heard the song, we heard the one record off of it.
yeah.
Um, what's this tape like? Like, what's this tape mean to you?
Um, so the project is going to be called Without a Budget,
Right?
and it's like the whole idea behind it is if you like what you hear now, imagine when I get a real big bag behind it,
Okay.
a huge bag. That's
Well,
all
what
I'm
you need the
saying.
bag for though, bro? Like, what you need a huge bag behind it when you can do it still like this?
I mean, I prefer to go independent and build off it, but I mean, the bag does help.
It does help.
Yeah,
You know,
it
you can't.
speeds things up a little bit.
Right. But you can't. You can get the bag, but you're gonna have to at least sign with somebody for one or two.
I mean, Sure.
You know, because
Everybody's
you
going
know
to.
everybody wants to do the independent shit, but I just be like, you're gonna need that major eventually.
I mean,
That's just
even
not
Nipsey signed some type of deal before he
right.
came.
Right.
And he
Yeah.
was super independent. I get
Super.
it.
Yeah.
I get it. But it's like you're gonna at the end of the day, when you're trying to move on to that next level or whatever level it is that you're gonna need something
Right.
regardless. You're gonna need that help because in order to go global and stuff like that and receive, you gotta have some type of machine behind you.
What do you think you need the most?
What do we think I need the
What
most?
do you think you need the most? You know, like you have your squad, you have your team, right?
Yeah.
But what do you think it's lacking? Like, what do you think you need to elevate to that next level?
I need everybody to go stream my new single out right now. It's called Energy. And the other single is called Destined to Win. Stream that up and help me get to that level.
Okay, because you definitely. I always say this to most artists. You know, it sucks, but it's just a numbers game.
Yeah.
You know, when you walk into that building, they just want to see numbers. The music is cool.
But it's so
You know,
many other avenues that you could go.
right, right. Yeah, you can
So
do other things, and yes,
like even I tell all my guys too, like, I mean, you merchandise. Make a
right.
couple dollars off of that.
Merch,
Leave people with something to remember you by.
and that's a good thing that you have merch. A lot of guys don't have merch. They're lacking that. They just have them. Like, all right, here's the show. Peace.
I don't think a lot of people find it very important, but at this end of the day, you want to be able to separate who's really rocking or not.
Right.
Like,
Griselda makes $1 million off of just probably clothes, and then I always say some people don't even come for the show.
yeah,
They come for the clothing because it's limited. You know what I
right,
mean? Like you can only get this shirt here,
right,
and people are a fan of the clothing.
right.
You know what I mean? So the merchandise does work,
Yeah.
definitely does, and that's
Like
good.
even little trinkets, like so like keychains and stuff like that. You could sell those.
Right. Anything just for people to remember you by. Like,
Yeah,
yo, I got a Blizz Automatic. Like, look, when we walked in, dude had a hoodie on. I was like, oh shit, he
yeah,
got a hoodie on. So people fuck, you know what I mean?
right,
They fuck with the merch and the logo. The logo, the bear with the money bag. What's
yeah.
the meaning behind that one?
His name's Benjamin Bank,
Okay.
and Benjamin, he's got PTSD. He goes through a lot. I'm
Right.
saying he went through a lot to get the bag. He finally got the bag, and he's kind of happy. But he's, you know, but I mean, that's just a representation of you just gonna have to go through some things in order to accomplish a lot of your goals.
Right.
It doesn't always come easy. Sometimes you do get beat up along the way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, gotta keep getting up and keep pushing.
Right.
I mean, um, you had some artists that was under you
Yeah.
not too long ago.
I had 8 artists. He,
One artist, right?
yeah.
Singer, right?
Yeah. We no,
Smooth,
it
right?
was a couple of smooth
Right,
vocals.
yeah, right?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
couple others. So um from what I understand, they're doing well. We parted our ways.
Okay.
Just
It's just you now?
it's just me running the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, yeah, they're still doing their thing for sure.
They're not on the project?
Nope.
No.
No.
Okay, I feel that.
Yeah.
Had to go.
It ain't not bad. It's
Nah,
just
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
happen.
y'all
Yeah.
working. You know, he went his way, he went that way.
Yeah. That's
You know,
all.
it's all love still.
Of course.
Right, right. So you got this show coming Friday.
Yeah.
Shout out to New Jersey Hip Hop.
Yep.
What can we expect at this show?
It to be packed.
Right?
A lot.
But I'm talking about your set. What can we expect on your set?
A lot of people to know the song.
Man.
Yeah, like I mean, I like I said, I've been along the way, I've been getting a lot of great feedback off the music that I've been putting out. And I appreciate it, to be honest with you. It's a little taken back.
Well, you know, niggas respect the bars, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, you can't deny that.
Of course.
They
Yeah.
respect the bars,
Right.
you know. Because when you get up there, I definitely say if you ain't seen Blizz perform, he definitely gives a good show.
Yeah. The energy's definitely there. And Not saying I didn't know I wasn't nice.
Right.
I'm glad that people are starting to take notice. That's what it is.
Nah,
A little bit more notice.
right.
Yeah,
Niggas knew you was nice.
of course.
They wasn't, a lot of people wasn't jumping out the window
Yeah.
when you was, you had your little run-ins with people.
Yeah.
They wasn't going crazy
Yeah.
because they knew what was up.
Right.
They didn't want to get in that back and forth
Right.
because then you was probably gonna hit them with the onslaught. I know how you work.
Yeah.
um, you just and you performed with Fuego Bass, right? Not too long ago, right?
Yeah.
Down in what was that? Booker's,
That
right?
was at Booker's.
Right.
Real cool dude. Solid. He showed a lot of love. Took pictures. I think it was like a contest or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, he was a cool bull. Yeah.
Okay.
And I definitely go listen to his music too.
Definitely. What's the future hold for you, brother?
More content. More content, building on the brand, trying to spread it as fast as I can. Um, I'm gonna be dropping a few projects within the next 6, 7 months. So
You loaded up,
of course.
full clip, ready to dump
I
it.
mean, I took a break. I didn't stop writing.
No, you just said, all right, I'm watching y'all, but I'm just loading up over here. I'm
Yeah,
loading this clip up.
that's all it is. And I'm releasing.
Word. What what can what advice would you give to a younger artist? Because you perform at shows, people probably come up to you and ask you things, and how to help them maybe, or just some feedback on things. What would you give? What advice would you give to a younger artist right now if they came up to you after your show and said, "Yo, Blizz, we fuck with you. You super dope." Um, what's some advice? Because I want to get to where you at and try to go further also. So,
Yeah.
what advice would you give to them?
Um, don't be afraid to get outside your area and don't stop. Just continue to do your thing, go to as many shows as you can, showcase your talent, and just build your brand, merchandise, all that good stuff. I mean, in a nutshell, that's pretty much it. And just know your business.
Now, earlier you said the military.
Yeah,
You went into the military, right?
right.
Talk about the experience of the military, how it prepped you for doing all this stuff.
Oh, discipline. Discipline. It helped me learn how to lock in and focus on things that are important. Um, Scheduling, time management. Yeah,
Okay.
teach me how to work under stressful conditions.
Definitely.
Yeah.
'Cause I know you definitely worked under some stressful condition.
All right.
The sound of South Jersey. Um, what do you think South Jersey is lacking? If you can name 5 things it's lacking, what do you think is lacking here that could help it out and make it flourish to something else?
A foolproof plan,
I mean,
like some type of blueprint on what exactly to do.
right,
Like back then, I guess back in the '90s, all you had to do was like be really, really hot and know people,
right.
and somebody was come through and be like, "Oh, this guy's fired. Let me take him."
It's still a little bit of that.
It's not.
It's still a little bit
You gotta go viral first.
for majors, but other people can put you on.
They
I
can.
think.
I mean, either,
Because a lot of artists are signing under other artists, right? That's a big thing now.
yeah,
So that can get you viral too, because that's kind of I feel like when people say there's no A&Rs, I look like maybe that to me seems like the new A&Rs.
right,
Like when you're under somebody, you're learning from them. If they're the bigger star,
right,
you on the road with them, you running around with them, you seeing how this whole thing works.
right.
So that's why I say, yeah, knowing somebody
Yeah,
can get you.
it's really about the network. I mean,
Right.
but the network was different back then because most of the rappers was coming from out of New York and they was all in the same area.
Right.
They all in the same city. Yeah, it's different boroughs, but it's all in the same city and they go compete against each other.
Right.
It's not like that in the rest of the country.
No.
So, I mean, they came up with some type of blueprint. I don't know how it happened for real, but it just worked out somehow, some way, because that's how we got some of our greats. Now, I mean, hindsight, the business wasn't right,
Right.
but we still got some classics out of it.
Definitely.
Classic records.
Right.
Feel me? But I feel like Jersey got the same thing. To be honest with you, like, got a lot of acts that came out of here. I feel like if there was like some type of set like go to or where we should go in order to flourish as a whole state, because we can't keep going to New York and Philly for everything.
Right. But it's I just see it like a lot of people from Jersey, especially South Jersey, if they do get on, they use more of Philly, or they use what I mean, because the city,
That's because it's close.
right? And I feel like sometimes a city that you're close to, same like North Jersey,
Right.
they use
They use New York because
like
it's close.
but now you have some rappers coming out of Jersey City, shit like that, so they say yo Jersey City or Patterson, things like that.
Yeah.
Newark is big. I just always say the venues here, we just don't have enough venues for
Yeah.
us to perform at.
Yeah, honestly. Um, I hope that changes. I mean, we do have ACX1
Right,
or
Rob's, yeah,
AC.
Rob's, yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out to Rob Schwartz.
yeah. And it's actually very nice. I went there for the opening, but since then they got a lot more stuff in there. So
Right.
I actually did a show on one of the cafes in there, one of the bars in there. It's a nice sizable spot.
Okay.
So I mean, they got a stage. It's always open.
Right.
Yeah, so
So that could be the blueprint.
yeah, but there's also the concert space in the back.
Right.
So
That can do bigger shows.
exactly.
Right.
So, and I feel like that's what he did it for everybody to be on the build up.
Yeah, because Rob knows he's from the area. He knows how this shit is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, because even in out here in South Jersey, they about to do. Is it South Jersey that they're doing the Netflix building?
No, that's I guess it's
It's
like
out here
Austin
in
County. I
Jersey.
guess that's like Monmouth County.
All right,
But
so
it's in
it's
Jersey.
like
Period.
northern center Jersey.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
anyway, like even that, like there's gonna be some type of
Oh yeah,
traction.
it's gonna bring people here.
Yeah. So in due time,
Definitely.
but we definitely need some type of blueprint because this really is the Wild Wild West, and I don't feel like anybody really knows exactly what to do.
Right.
People talk about gatekeepers and stuff like that, but there's a certain professionalism that you have to.
Do you feel there's gatekeepers?
I ain't ran into any. People like my music. They play it. They ask for it. So
Right. Why do you think some artists say, "Yo, there's gatekeepers"? Because if they ask a question, they don't get the answer. They just be like, "Oh, they not giving me the
I
info."
don't know. I don't know. I'll just try to take in as much information as I can and try to process it the best way that I can and execute whatever plan that it is that I come up with. Whatever goal that I want to achieve, I find out how to achieve it and I go for it.
Right. Write it on a little whiteboard or whatever.
Yeah.
Get to it. So you got the single out.
Mm-hmm.
Show Friday.
Yeah.
Got the album coming soon. Got a couple dope features on it that you let out.
Yeah.
Whenever it's gonna drop. Hopefully it drops soon.
Very soon.
And I need some of them records, definitely the clean ones.
I got you.
You know what I mean? But before we get out of here, I just want you to shout out whatever you got to shout out for, the people to follow you, to get the album. I mean, to get the single out right now. That's on iTunes, Tidal, all that good stuff. And just whatever else, bro. And the show, yeah. Tell them about the show too on Friday.
Oh yeah, the show this Friday is going to be in Mount Holly at the Union Firehouse. It's going to be lit. Shout out to South Jersey Tone. It's food.
Yeah,
street,
smoke. You can do all that good stuff.
Drink, whatever. Bring your lady. It's a nice little spot. The street look clean. It's real. You know what I mean?
Right.
Take some pictures. I know the media going to be out there crazy. Dress your best. Come out here and have a good time.
Definitely. Follow Blizz Automatik, Instagram. Go pick up that single too.
Yeah.
I mean,
And you can Google me too. Put me in Google.
just Google it. You'll see
Yeah.
the whole. You'll see the whole
Everything.
layout.
You'll see everything. Videos, interviews, all that.
Definitely. Well, I appreciate you for your time, brother.
Sure.
Keep doing your thing. I like when I grow with people because when I started this, you was coming to the show and we still doing it. So
Right.
it's super dope to see people continue to, chase their dreams. But we out of here, Hype City. Go check us Saturday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. with my man, the 610 Problem on 99.7 The Heat Miami, powered by iHeart. Go get my man Blizz Automatik new single.
Right, single Energy out now on all platforms. That's in the Wind out now on all platforms, and Iron Sight is dropping this Friday.
Yeah.
May 23rd.
Video coming soon too.
Video coming soon.
All right, man. We up out of here. It's Hype City.